Green and sensible, waterproof and wonderful. Wellies are great for winter woodland walks, squelching through mud, splashing in brooks, shattering ice on puddles. Everyone wore them where I grew up. Mr. Wilson down the lane in his dog-drawn cart, my grandma in her garden picking lettuces, Charlie the vicar in a flooded church. What will we do without wellies? You can't run in them, of course. Remember when you were a kid, 2 big wellies flopping around your feet, because they were hand-me-downs and you'll grow into them, unless you wore really big socks, in which case you could never get them off, and tugging at the stuck boot felt as though your foot would break. And that one time, actually, no, it was many times, you waded too deep into the pond and the mud sucked your wellies down, and in trying to pull them out you just pulled your foot out instead and stood there crazily windmilling your arms until the one foot still stuck in the shoe got the better of you and you landed arse first in the mud. Arse first. Sounds like a political slogan. But, yeah, you can't run in wellies. Oh, you can try. And I don't mean kid running, or at least the way kids should be able to run, like chasing after your dog making pigeons burst up in a cloud kind of running, or running after a bus kind of running in stylish ankle welly boots kind of running. I mean, like, running. Like, in a nature reserve, somewhere along the way to Dunkirk, where ducks pick through discarded paper plates and a group of men are playing football in the freezing wind, then up on the highway the traffic stills. And all at once there's a rush towards the trucks in the hope that... But you can't run in wellies. Like when the state says, look, we're humane, we'll provide food and showers, while at night local police confiscate tents and sleeping bags, phones and photographs. Because we can't let you die, we just can't let you stay. Funny, you know what rhymes with stay? Pepper spray. Another bad joke to add to a long list. Because surely it was a misunderstanding, mistranslation, a joke told wrong. When canvas roofs were ripped open, mace sprayed in sleeping faces, yes, that was the police. When a Calais local, native, citizen, chased you down in their car, but you were wearing wellies and... running. Like when the website says, the people who have made it here are mostly men. Thin, young men still full of pride. The British-born in their beneficence donate a pair of just chucked-off trousers, one leg inside out, boxers down the other. Threadbare socks, unmatching. An inch of lace. A belly-dancing skirt. Shorts in winters, sweaters XXL in summertime. A single glove. And wellies. They slip on easily, perfect for popping out to the garden to fetch the washing in, fill the bird feeder, thin the weeds. Remember when you were a kid, how frozen your feet would get in wellies. No matter how many socks you thickened your skin with, your toes always went numb. It's the same when you're an adult, of course. Only in general you get to decide what you put on your own feet. Anyway, wellies. Yes. Not for running. Here's a related anecdote, an epilogue of sorts. When I was 11, and still young enough to wear the shoes my parents told me to, I learnt to sew. In textiles class, in school. Relevant, yes, because there's a stitch called a running stitch. The most basic stitch there is. Thread footprints tracking across fabric, joining one mismatched piece of patchwork to another. And here I am now in a warehouse in Calais, mending sleeping bags because every time the police take a sleeping bag, they destroy it. And there aren't enough new ones to replace them with because so many of the things people with everything can bear to part with are broken. So here I am, with a cast-off industrial sewing machine, spending more time troubleshooting than stitching, when a man appears, takes my seat, and runs together 2 children's blankets in the time it has taken me to complete a single stitch. Where did you learn to sew like that? I ask. At a Zara factory, he says, when I was 11. And when I fell asleep, look at the scars on my hands. The fact that you're watching this video probably means that you're my friend and you don't need convincing that refugees deserve to be welcomed. But there's still a lot you can learn from this book. Kind sentiments can only go so far when they're not paired with the right kind of action. As for volunteers, even the most good-hearted want to feel thanked. They have come for that silent look of admiration that's free to most, but so costly if you're tapped for gratitude by everyone you meet. There's a disrespect embedded in your kindness when you expect gratitude for giving away things that you no longer want. And it would be far better not to give anything at all, rather than making volunteers spend hours sifting through useless donations. Most charities will have a list of guidelines of what they need. There's a deep-rooted culture of what charity looks like and what you should get from it. It's easy to get kind of angry if your intentions are questioned because you think, well, I just want to be kind. It's kind of scary to think that actually maybe what you were doing was trying to make yourself feel better. Yeah, it's not I'm saying I have never done this, because I definitely have. What I'm trying to say is, don't lose your desire to help because it comes from a good place, but just examine your intentions as much as you can. If you're thinking of travelling somewhere to help out for a weekend, think, am I going because they really need volunteers right now, or I have a special skill that I can use in this situation? Or do you want to see starving people take food from your hands and feel benevolent? Would it be better to donate the money that you would have used on travel, accommodation and food during your stay to the charity you want to help?